Hey guys, Phobia again. So today, I'm coming out with the new series. It's gonna be the How to Survive series, for twos. So this is one is gonna be based off of ShadowPlay, and I'm gonna be coming out with different comps how to survive. So today I'm gonna do Warrior Healer, how to survive Warrior Healer, positioning, win conditions, what my thought process is during the game, and just some tips and tricks that I do during the game and like why I do it. So that's what I'm doing today. And then based on feedback or request or the stream, the next video will be based on what people want to see. So like, how to survive Hunter Healer, Rogue Mage, whatever that may be. But that's what I feel like I'm going to do as a series. And then I'll go from different comps like, Mage Shadowpriest or Rogue Shadowpriest. I don't know yet, but I thought it'd be fun. So if you guys enjoy, leave a comment, like, follow the stream. And yeah, just tell me what you guys think. Enjoy. All right, so I chose this first video because this one was actually a long one, and it just shows how long Shadowplay can actually last if played properly. It's also played with the Mistweaver, which is generally a really hard counter for us to play against, um, and a Kyrian Warrior. So this is really good for you Shadow Priests out there to know how to use your mind controls efficiently, create gaps efficiently. So that's why I chose this video. So essentially, you want to get your dots out as soon as possible. So like the warrior's about to come in, right? So you want to be in front of your warlock. You see, like, let's go back a second. Right. Okay. I'm bad at this. Where's back up? All right, whatever. So if you saw in the beginning, I positioned myself in front of my shadow priest or my warlock to make him come me, the shadow priest. Try to essentially get his first charge, so he has to waste heroic leap if he wants to go my warlock. Because going me in this comp is not a good play because I'll just position myself into the open in between him and the healer and cause him to run and have my warlock just destroy their entire team. So you want to essentially, your thought process is to put yourself in front of the warrior. Like, hey, come target me. I'm juicy. I'm a piece of candy, right? And then just position yourself in between the warrior and his healer. So he had a carrying spear here, which is, if you see, that was really clutch of Roxy. He actually ported the carrying spear before it even came down. Like, he knew it was coming, right? So he instantly ported it and then took gateway and went away. As you see here, this warriors with a heroic leap on top of both of us, right? So my job here is to create distance from me and the warrior, and to create distance from the warrior and my warlock, because he has no heroic leap left, which means he can't reconnect to my warlock, but my warlock also doesn't have port or gateway. So my job here is try to create distance, right? So I stun him, he gets dispelled, and then my warlock's trying to kite. So in this position, I would grip him and then try to do a mind control. So like right there, see, I try to mind control him. He get his spell reflection, I get feared, and then the healer's coming in for a sweep right there. So instead of me just trinketing the fear or willing the fear, I waited for the healer to get close enough to where when I do will, I can use fear and get him into RCC chain and get Berserker Rage from the warrior. So as you see here, he's trying to shatter Roxy, but I instantly go into a mind control and create distance. So like Roxy, my warlock's running to the left, I'm bringing him to the right. He doesn't have heroic leap. His only chance now is to charge. And then if he charges, my warlock's port's gonna be coming up soon, so he can just port. And this is how you create distance the entire game, right? You position yourself where the healer's gonna be CC'd whenever you need to be. Position yourself to where the warrior is not close enough to stop you or intercept you for CC chaining him. And then you just pull him away from your warlock the entire game. And my warlock has his sack up, but his health is not anywhere near critical. Like we're using cooldowns efficiently on this and consistently wasting the warrior's mobility and his spell reflection. So he has to just sit there right now while I just get away from him, right? And this is what we do. And we just keep this going, this chain going. Anytime he connects, we CC. Anytime he connects, we port. Anything like that is just the goal. So the Mistweaver right there tried to come in and sweep me, and I saw him coming in, so I faded his leg sweep, which is clutch, because I didn't have to. I still have Trinket coming up soon, and I don't have to waste anything. At this point, I see he's maledicting here, so I should theoretically get ready for a Massa spell. And then on top of that, I don't have grip, so he's going to have to sit this damage. So what I do is I counter. I do a counter go here. I throw my Siphon out there, force him to maybe hit the Siphon with a charge, trying to bait the charge to the Siphon, because like, oh shit, I'm getting hit. And that way it wastes mobility, and we get to start our pressure even more, because they both have trinkets still. But we did get died by the sword in this go. So essentially that's all I'm doing, right? I'm trying to MD, I was terrible MD by me, I guess. I totally missed that. but it's okay. Things happen, guys. My Warlock's getting low here, so at this point, when you guys see your Warlock's getting low, you don't have grips. He's on he has his healers not in CC. I don't have CC for the healer. Then at that point, I pop my Embrace, right? I have damage rolling. I pop my Embrace. He has Avatar up, and Warbreaker's about to come up. So I need to heal my Warlock before he gets too low, because we don't want to waste his wall or his cookies too early. Right? I need to sustain him. So I pop my cooldowns here, get him low, use my Void Torrent. Look at my Warlock's health just going up passively, right? Right there, we got Revival, which is good. We're counting down here, right? We got Revival, we got Spell Reflect, Avatar's down, Leg Sweep's down, his wall's down. So at this point, all we're worried about right now is Trinket and Cocoon. That's all we're worried about right now. So they're going to be scared. We're not scared. I use my Embrace, but we still have his wall, and he still have his ports up, and he still has Cookie, and he still has his mobility coming up. So we're in a good spot here. They're on the back end, right? All right, so this game was really long, so I'm gonna be fast forwarding to some parts. That way we're not watching a 12-minute game, because I think it was like 10 to 12 minutes. It was a long time. So I'm just gonna fast forward to certain parts, so we're not watching the whole thing. So here I'm pushing up onto the warrior to force him to try to hit me, like I said earlier, just make him come to me. So my Warlock can get dots rolling. Also, when they're hiding like this and they want to kill my Warlock, I can't have my Warlock push up. The whole goal is to be in between them, to make them go me. And if they go the Warlock, after they go me, he can waste mobility going me or cooldowns going me, and we're not as scared because I'm the tankier of the two. So here, like say right here, he leaps and my Warlock instantly ports the Stormbolt, which is great. I try to shackle him here. He spell reflects. Now we have no spell reflection. He kicks me, kicks down. So we really don't have anything. He spears me, so I fade. So Shadowpriest, if you don't know, you can fade to get out of spears on your own. So he pops War Banner here, but he also popped Warbreaker. Now I know Avatar's coming up, but I also know he has no kick, and I need to get rid of this War Banner because I have stun and silence up, and he's trying to do a go here, and I need to be able to stop this go. So I did two things here that I want you guys to pay attention to. All right, I get the War Banner and get out of the spear. I get distance. I'm about to get distance from my Warlock. I guess that's so. There's gonna be three things, and then I kill the War Banner for myself because I've been playing with an Affliction Lock and he's not gonna be able to kill it. So I go into Void Eruption here, and this is something I want you guys to do if you guys are in trouble. So I baited the Psyfiend out here. You see how I throw Psyfiend out there, and he's targeting my Psyfiend instead of me, and I had Fleshcraft up. He's going me. I'm getting low. I don't want to waste Dispersion. So we're not at a kill potential. I'm not going to kill with the Psyfiend, but what do? I bait the Psyfiend because he has kick up now to get my Fleshcraft off during my Void Volley go too. So I'm using my Psyfiend as just like, hey, hit my Psyfiend so I can heal myself and we're going to win later on anyways. And that's exactly what I do. I bait the Psyfiend. I get a Fleshcraft here. I have good health. I'm getting dots on both. We got him behind the pillar again, so his damage is null and void. He Stormbolts me. And then this for the big go. My Warlock comes in and causes so much pressure. We get trinkets, we get port, we get cocoon, and they're on the back end again, and I'm now passively healing up to full again, and they're on the back end. Right? All because we baited for a second to go Psyfiend. We got everything rolling, and my Warlock now we're so offensive. We got both sides covered. We're doing the pincer on them. I got Embraced up to keep myself alive, so our Ardorna go, so I don't have to worry. Right here, I'm going to fade the Shattering Throw. Boom. Because you want to keep that HP high, right? You want to keep the HP high. You want to save the Fleshcraft. I don't need fade because I don't want to really worry about. I'm not really worried about spear as much because like I'm at high HP and I have dispersion. So yeah, I could have saved the fade if I wanted to, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I have dispersion. They're on the back end. I'm just gonna disperse high onto the spear like I did, right? I could have saved it and have to fade the spear or fade the Shattering Throw, but in my mind, I thought, hey, fuck it, I'm sending it. So in this case, now that I don't have fade and I don't want to I have nothing else to trade, I'm at high HP. He has Sharpened Blade up. He has Warbreaker and Spear. I'm just going to disperse high. We're so far into dampening at this point, guys, that I can't wait to go low to disperse. So I just do it high. I send my high dispersion, use the damage reduction for the spear, not necessarily the healing, but just to keep me topped off during his spear go, and then get ready for our next go because they don't have revival. He doesn't have Dabba to serve for 26 seconds. They don't have cocoon or trinkets. We're huge here. We're so far ahead. So I just send it. I'm being very offensive, right? Using my fades, using my dispersions. The warrior's gonna use avatar. The healer just spelled. He's low. We got spell reflection. We have our damage going. Guess what? They're back on the back end again. We win at this point. There's nothing to be worried about. I top myself off. My warlock goes to the right. I get distance so he can't charge. I just at this point it's PvE. We're so far ahead. We're PvEing. Look at this. They're both dying now. They have nothing to trade. We trade offensively and defensively the entire game perfectly. That we're so far in dampening now that they just can't heal. And guess what? They both die now. They're just gone. We didn't have to do anything. All we did was trade the entire game. We just traded perfect cooldowns the entire game. And we end up winning because pressure gets too high that our damage is so much stronger than theirs in dampening that we end up just winning. And we still have our off heals. And that's how you play Shadowplay versus Warrior Healer. You just trade offensively, trade defensively as you're supposed to. Don't just waste cooldowns. If you have to bait a Siphene, if you're running Siphene to get heals out, do it. It's fine. That's why a lot of games I will run a Siphene as well as that bait because people are hardwired to kill Siphene. If you know that, you Siphene Fleshcraft, Siphene Heal, Siphene whatever, Siphene Mind Control. They're not paying attention because they want that Siphene dead, and you can use that as a bait. I'm not saying to always do that. I'm just giving you guys a trick that I do that helps me push so far in twos as double DPS. And I've been playing this comp the whole season, and we're at like 2580 or something. So we're pretty far up there right now currently. But I'm just showing you guys games that we played that I think are beneficial to you guys. And I do the same tricks the entire time. So keep that in mind. This is how you want to control warriors because they are mobility based. You have to control their mobility, but you can't waste your cooldowns or your mobility. You have to trade offensive. You have to trade defensively perfectly and use mind control to the best of your abilities on Kyrian warriors and Necro warriors. If they pop their banner, it's the same thing. You got to get away from them. You can't just soak it. You got to disperse. You got to fade. You got to take the gateways, force the mobility, and just kite it out. And then you'll eventually win. So that's what I wanted to show you guys real quick. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that brief overview of like how to survive against a warrior healer. Essentially, all warrior healers are going to be the same, just based on their covenant, right? If they're necro, you still want to again create distance, which mind controls more often just to create that distance. Versus shamans, just baiting the groundings first and then doing your goes. I'll do more like exact composition based videos. I just want to get this one out there to start the series and get feedback on the series. So just let me know what you guys think. If you want me to go about this differently, this is my first time doing this kind of series video. So just let me know, and leave a comment. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.